this video, I'll be showing you how you can make or save about $100 by learning this one skill. I believe anyone can learn this skill, which just like any other skill, needs a lot of practice and patience. For those who follow this channel, you know I started screen refurbishing only about a couple of weeks ago, and now I can confidently say I'm pretty good at doing screen refurbishing. You don't have to follow my method, but this is the method that's worked for me. Feel free to follow any method that works best for you. So I'll take out the screen, which as you can see is cracked. Most phone repair stores don't do glass only repairs and can only replace screens with a different screen. If you can learn this skill, which is a glass only repair, like I said earlier, you can save or make about $100. So before I start taking out the glass, I'll need to take out this flex cable, which is held down by a plate and 2 screws. I'll take them out. And I'll make sure I keep them safe. Apply some rubbing alcohol. I grab my heat plate, which is also an LCD separator. Put my screen on it. So here I'm trying to use heat and rubbing alcohol to soften the adhesive, holding the flex cable down. I have my LCD separator temperature set at a 90 degrees Celsius for this. So now gently lift it up. If it feels difficult, I'll apply some more alcohol. And not trying to force it, we're going gentle. Now it's out, I'll keep it to the side. Now increase the temperature to 110 degrees. As you can see, it's set at 110 degrees. I like to start cutting out the glass. Not sure if you can see it. And this is the bezel layer, so the frame layer. So I want to be right close to the glass layer. That way I don't damage the OLED screen. So I'll be starting at the bottom right corner. Flip it over. And turn on the vacuum. That way now it holds it down. Doesn't move. The size of cotton wire I use is a 0.035 millimeters cotton wire. This has been safe for me and has worked. So apply some alcohol to help clean the sides. That way I can see where I'm putting my cotton wire. And also it helps soften the adhesive. That way I can start cutting through. So put some more alcohol. Remember, don't be scared of making mistakes. That's the only way you can learn. I can almost assure that you make some mistakes on your first try. Don't give up and keep trying. And I promise the more you keep doing it, the better you get. It becomes so easy. So the technique I use, I go side. So I just don't go one way all the way down. That's going to end up snapping the wire every time and make it more difficult. So the motion I like to go is from corner to corner, then middle. So I cut this way a little bit, come this way a little bit, cut the middle. I can also go corner, middle, corner, middle, corner. So this is the motion you want to be making every time. You're going to notice it's a lot easier. That's what's worked for me. If there's a better way that's worked for you, please let me know in the comments below. So keep going. Okay, now I'm trying to go middle. That way I can get to the other side. So once I get to the other side, it's going to be really easy. Okay, now I'm in the other side. I'm going to start cutting from here. I'm going to go middle, middle, now the other side. Come back middle, go to the other side. So it snapped, that's okay, we'll do it again. I also use a 0.04 millimeters cutting wire. But for now, I'll keep using my 0.03. If it snaps again, I'll switch to the 0.04. That snapped. Okay, so now I have my 0.04 millimeters. It's the same thing. I keep cutting through. So sometimes you find some glasses are more difficult than others. Just be patient with it. This whole repair takes me less than an hour. And a good day takes me about 30 minutes. So now I'm going side. Now I'm going to the other side. I snapped again. As you can see, I'm almost halfway. Side. Go to the side. I'm gonna go middle. Gonna go side. The other side. and middle. That's the motion I like to keep going. Side, side, middle, side, side. Almost done. Side, side, middle. This is the part of glass only repair that scares people. It's really easy once you get a hang of it. I know a lot of people say screen refurbishing is really hard. It's just like anything. The first time is always going to feel difficult. But if you don't give up, you become good at it. So be patient. Like I said, you can save some money or make some money doing this. This is a skill that can make you some money or save you some money. And out. Okay, we're almost done. Just a little bit of glass left. To do this, I just put some alcohol. Should take it out easier. And that's out. This is out. And with the other side. It's out. So I still need to take this side out. Not sure why it's not coming out. So I'll put the cutting wire through. So slide in the cutting wire. Try to cut this part. I'll have to hold it down. Hopefully I can get it out. And gently go side to side. Okay, I think I have it out now. Okay, we can see that's out. Okay, looks pretty good. This is going to be the hardest part, which we're done already, taking out the glass. Every other thing is kind of easy. We'll have to take out the glue with my glue machine. So my glue removing machine, we'll use this to take out the glue. And I'll just clean it up with a LCD ochre remover and 99% rubbing alcohol. And we have to slap the new glass on, put it in the laminate machine and the bubble machine, and it should be all set. So this is pretty easy. You just have to be patient. So we'll keep going. But first of all, I want to test and make sure the display still works. So connect it to my phone. Connect the battery. Turn on the phone. Okay, not sure why it's not turning on. See if I can turn it on this way. Okay, it's on now. Looks good. You see the display and touch still works. Okay, display looks good. Let's see touch. Touch function still works, as we can see. App doesn't leave my finger. Shows everywhere on the touch still works. That's pretty good. Now I have to clean out the glue. I'll turn the phone off. Now I'll take out the screen and try to take out the glue. Clean it up, get it ready for the new glass. Disconnect the battery. Okay, how I take out the glue, I like to use heat and this glue removing tool. So I'll turn it on. It's on. It's gonna spin and take out the glue. So every time I take out the glue, I'm gonna leave it on the heat plate to heat it up. So it's a motion I normally do. It's the best way that's worked for me. I know everyone has their techniques. Let me know in the comments what works for you. So I'm gonna keep doing this till I take most of the glue out. So with this tool, there's a technique to doing it. Which I'm still learning. But I'm a lot better than when I started. I know there are different methods people use to take out the glue. I just want to use some cloth and some liquid. I don't know if that's efficient, but you guys let me know. This is the best way that has worked, like I said. I'm almost halfway. So we're almost done. Just a couple more. I think is the last one. Now that's all done. Now I have to clean it with my LCD ochre remover. So here I have my LCD ochre remover. I'll grab my cloth, get some ochre remover. Okay, I'll just clean. You can see it's all coming out. Then I'll use 99% rubbing alcohol to make it shine. That'll be my final clean. There's some glue on the edges. See if I can take those out. Okay, that looks good. Okay, it looks pretty clean. Some more glue right here. Okay, it looks pretty clean. Get some rubbing alcohol. And do a final clean. Now you can see that makes it really clean. Want to get all the dust off. I know some people say dust free, but I notice sometimes like it's not going to be perfect. It still works good for me. I try to make it as clean as possible. I might not be 100% clean, as in dust free. Okay, it looks good. As you can see, it's pretty clean. I'll test it out again before I put in the new glass, just to make sure I haven't damaged anything yet. Turns on, always a good sign. Now I need to check the touch to make sure that still works. Okay, display looks good, as you can see. Spotless. I'll grab the app just to see the touch still works. Still works. Perfect, looks good. Yeah, it looks good. I'll turn it off, take it out. Do a couple more cleans with a clean cloth. Then I'll slap in the new glass, laminate it, and debubble. here I have my 14 Pro glass. I get one. So I grab a clean cloth, put some rubbing alcohol just to get one more final clean, then I'll align the new glass on. Show you the technique I use to align the glass. I know some people use aligning modes. For me, I don't find those necessary. All depends on the individual. Whatever works best for you. That looks pretty clean. See, that looks pretty clean. I think it's ready. So how I align it with my fingers, I put this two fingers right here and the other two here and my thumb at the side. Now I'll put the glass on and slide all the way. Make sure the middle sticks on first. So I kind of want it to be flat and straight. That way it stays on. Okay, if it's curved, it might not stick on right. Couple practices and you get used to this. Become easy. Clean it. Looks pretty clean. So make sure these are not, this is not glue. Let's just clean it. Okay. Like that's okay. One more. Like I said, it's not gonna be perfect. Just clean it as much as possible. Make sure it's kind of dust free. Okay, now I get my new ochre glass. Take my glove off. I want to peel the protective film. Since I dropped the glass, I'll just clean it one more time. I want to make sure it's on my hands while I'm trying to take out the film from the ochre glass. Oh, I know there's not a lot of dust on it while I place the glass on. Okay. I'm going to take out the protective film. Gentle. And that's out. I'll turn. Like I said, make sure it's straight. So two fingers up there, two on the side, and thumb on the other side. So we want to make sure it hits all the corners and the side. Looks pretty good. Being that straight. That looks pretty good. It's not perfect, but we're good enough. I should be able to fit once I put in the phone. If I screw this part up, I'll need to redo it again, so hopefully I didn't screw it up. So now I'll grab my laminating machine. Just gonna laminate it, press it down. It only takes about 1 minute to do this. I'll put it on. Always make sure the flex cable is not bent this way. I want to straighten it so that way it doesn't press while it's in the laminate machine. We're almost done. Close it up. Should take about 1 minute. So it's gonna press the screen. That way the ochre spreads around the screen. So you can see that. And now it's spread around. The timer is gonna go off in about 1 minute 30 seconds. So the timer just went off. Take it out. You can see it's all laminated now. I need to use the debubble machine to take out the bubbles. So there are different debubble machines. It's the one I use. Works pretty good. It's gonna do it in about 5 minutes. I have the temperature set at 45 degrees. And the pressure is about 680 for this machine. So I'll put it in, close it up, and start the machine. So once the pressure gets to 680, it's gonna stop making this noise. Then the timer will start. So we got to 680 for pressure. It's stopped. Now the timer started. So I'll come back when the timer goes off in less than 5 minutes. Now the timer is off, I'll take it out. There we can see it. Looks pretty brand new to me. What do you think? The last step I like to do is to put in the UV light to cure the glue. That way I don't have bubbles coming back. Okay, here I have the UV light I use. It's a pretty small one, but it works. So I'll put it in for about 2 minutes. So now the timer is off, I'll take it out. You can see it looks pretty brand new. And remember, this will be an Apple original screen, which are worth a lot more compared to aftermarket screens. So now it's all clean. I'll connect it to the phone. I don't want to forget to put the sensor flex cable. Okay, I'll put the plate back and screw it down with the 2 screws. Now I'll connect it to the phone to test. Also, I don't want to forget the plate that holds the flex cable down. I'll screw it down with the 8 screws, then close the phone and test it out. If you can have the patience to master this skill, which in my opinion is pretty easy, it's just like riding a bike. First day you ride a bike, you're not going to be successful. But the more you keep doing it, the better you get, the easier it becomes. You can start saving up some money as a DIYer. So if you like to do it yourself, if you're looking to do it as a side hustle or as a full business, You can also make some money. Like I said, this repair takes me about an hour. On a good day, 30 minutes. And there's a potential of saving or making about $100, which is worth it in my opinion, based on the amount of time it takes. So now I have all the screws in. I'll close it down and screw with the 2 pentlobe screws. Okay, I'll hook the top first. And the bottom. And the middle. Now I have it all in for the 2 pentlobe screws. I'll turn on the phone to do a final test. Apple logo comes on. Clean it real quick. That way it looks good and shiny. Look at that. That looks pretty good, right? Okay, now it's on. See the display is good. I'll test the touch one more time. That works. Still following my finger. Looks pretty good to me. As you can see, that's pretty easy in my opinion. If you'd like to see more videos like this, check the video on the right. And for my screen refurbishing and glass only repairs, check the playlist on the left. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.